Good morning, guys. Today, I want us to dissect the reasons or the strategies which I think William Ruto is using to manage or to contain Uhuru Kenyatta. But before I proceed, kindly remember to subscribe. Okay, a lot of things has been going on within the political circles in regards to 2022 politics. And William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta had a pact which was supposed to take them up to 2022. Was it 2022 or 2032? I don't know. But they had a pact like that. The pact was Uhuru will rule for 10 years, then then hand over to Ruto for the next 10 years. This country, that's how they agreed. Yeah, so basically the country they assumed is theirs. So they agreed like that William Ruto 10 years, Uhuru Kenyatta 10 years. But the recent political activities in the country is actually very different from that. And the signals are that Uhuru might change his mind, or the people around him might change his mind. And as a shrewd politician, William Ruto has also employed new strategies to manage such kind of a fallout. Now, I have identified 5 strategies which I think William Ruto is using in case Uhuru will not support him. And these strategies are as follows. Number 1, the first strategy which William Ruto is using is what I call loyalty. William Ruto is a very good student of Raila Odinga. William Ruto learned a lot during the Grand Coalition government. It is said that during that time, many people expected Mwai Kibaki to rule for one term based on a pact which they had and hand over power to the rest. And then the next person who was supposed to be the beneficiary was Raila Odinga based on the role he played during that time. In fact, Raila Odinga basically gave Kibaki the presidency while Kibaki was on a wheelchair. So many expected Raila to be the beneficiary. But the people around Kibaki were very wise. They were very strategic. The first thing they did was to make sure that there was a bad blood between Kibaki and Raila. And what a better way of doing it? They simply made sure that Raila Odinga was frustrated, and out of frustrations, Raila Odinga decided to leave the government. And that now gave Mwai Kibaki the chance to reorganize again. And basically, what William Ruto had learned then is that loyalty is key. So William Ruto, despite all things which are going on in this government, has ensured that his loyalty to Uhuru Kenyatta is not questioned. The other thing William Ruto has learned is the power of direct engagement. William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta were in separate parties previously. Ruto was in URP and Uhuru was in Jubilee. But for the purposes of this election, they merged these parties. And now they had one party called Jubilee. And because of the signals which is being sent to William Ruto, he's decided to go directly or work directly with the local leaders. For example, if William Ruto wants to go to Kisii, he has his contacts there, people like Osoro. And if he wants to go to Coast, for example, he has his people there, people like Aisha Jumwa. He is no longer using that Jubilee structure. That Jubilee structure, if he relies on it, then at the end of the day, he will be a very disappointed man. So William Ruto has now employed the strategy of engaging local leaders directly. In fact, he's creating his own network, which in my view, I think is a very good strategy. The other strategy William Ruto is using is what I call covert war and pressure. In this strategy, William Ruto is not fighting Uhuru Kenyatta. He's not questioning anything Uhuru Kenyatta is doing, but he has employed specific people to do this for him. And one of the people he's using is Aisha Jumwa. Recently, Aisha Jumwa questioned the role of Raila Odinga in government. And the other person is using is that man from the conman from Kiminini, Didmas Baraza. Didmas Baraza has also questioned the role of Raila Odinga in this government. So basically what is happening is that William Ruto is questioning these people, but he's not doing that by himself. And he can't use the Rift Valley MPs to do this. He is using his foot soldiers. So that's a strategy which in my view is also working for him. Because once those guys raise those particular questions, then the handlers of Uhuru will actually conclude that now that's what William Ruto thinks. Number 3, or is it 4, is what I call the towering presence of William Ruto around Uhuru Kenyatta. You know, what William Ruto has done is made sure that he is ever present in any major event that Uhuru Kenyatta attends. You know, he's been organizing so many events, personal events, where he goes alone. But any major event that Uhuru organizes, William Ruto will always be present. And that has actually assured his supporters, the supporters of Uhuru Kenyatta, that William Ruto is with him. Whenever Uhuru makes a trip to Central Province, or the former Central Province, William Ruto will always be present. Whether by invitation or not, he will always be present. If Uhuru goes to Coast, he will be present. If Uhuru goes to Western, he will be present. If Uhuru goes to Nyanza, he will be present. So he makes sure that he's present in all major activities that Uhuru Kenyatta is involved in. And in my view, that has also worked perfectly well for him. And the last strategy, which he has used so well, is the strategy of silence, what they call silence. In this strategy, what William Ruto has done, he has made sure that hear no evil, see no evil. The Jubilee, the people around the power and around the Jubilee party don't have any time for William Ruto. People like David Murabe, who are very close friends of Uhuru Kenyatta, they don't have any time for William Ruto. But William Ruto has never expressed his displeasure. Even this current war on corruption, in reality, it's been targeting people around William Ruto, or people who William Ruto placed in strategic places to help him raise money for the campaigns. And these people, most of them have been arrested, arraigned in court, but William Ruto has kept his silence. He has never talked about it. Even the issues of corruption, the war on corruption, you will never hear William Ruto talk about it, because he believes that it's targeting his presidential bid. Even in this forum, whenever I talk about war on corruption, some people think that it's about William Ruto, which is not the case. The only problem is that most of those people were put in those places to help him raise money for the campaign. Thank you guys, and please remember to subscribe.